Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video we're finally wrapping up the month of April. How is April done? It doesn't make any sense, but it is. It's May the 4th tomorrow, and May the 4th be with us as we continue. So let's wrap up April. Let's take a drink first, okay? Hydrate. And if you hear outside noises, I have a window open because it's quite warm. So, but anyway, I read 7 books in the month of April. Read 7 in completion, but we DNF'd 1. So, yeah, I'll talk about that in a wee second. But the first book that I read in its entirety was Dragon City by Katie and Kevin Zhang. Now, this is a middle grade series set in a world where our main character, Billy, gets sent to a summer camp in China, and him and some friends go exploring, and they discover this mysterious mountain. And there are dragons trapped inside the mountain, and they basically tell them, listen, we need you to set us free so that we can help rescue our realm from a dark dragon, because if the dark dragon gets out, then everything will go kerflump. So, yeah, so this is book 3 in the series, and I've said this before. This gets quite dark for a middle grade, I won't lie to you. Like, I mean, our main character is like 12 years old, I think, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really great series. I love just the whole world and everything, and like I said, it gets quite dark for a middle grade series, but anyway, I'm loving this, and I gave this 4 stars. So there's that. And then I read my Shadowhunter novella. Now, y'all know, yous have seen this book a couple times. I'm making my way through this. And the novella that I read, it was called A Deeper Love. And y'all, if there's one thing Cassandra Clare knows how to do, it's stab you in the heart. And that's exactly what that novella did, but I wouldn't expect anything else from her or from the Shadowhunter realm. So obviously I can't really give a synopsis of really anything because it would ruin everything. But we're following one particular character within these novellas, and just him, this fella on the front here, and just his comes and goings over the centuries, because he's not like you know, I'm gonna shut up, but yeah, if you've read this, then you know. But anyway, I gave the novella that I read 5 stars because it was beautiful. I loved it, and I can't wait to break my heart even further and read the next one. Yay! So that's those 2. And then I'll talk about the book that I unfortunately had to DNF. I read it on my Kindle. I don't have a physical copy of it, but it's called Immortal Dark. It's a vampire book. It's like a vampire dark academia sort of thing. And listen, on paper, this sounded like everything I would love. You know, it has vampires, a little bit creepy, it kind of has like thriller vibes almost. The main character is very unhinged, very unhinged. I remember like getting into it and being like, this wee girl is not well. Right, so what's it about? So basically, our main character is really going through it because her sister has disappeared, right? And she's trying to find out where she is. And yeah, she's in a lot of trouble because she's also about to go on trial for murder. Yeah. But then anyway, this woman then comes to her one day and basically tries to get her to enroll at this university where humans and vampires sort of coexist with each other there. It's a whole hierarchy, it's a whole system. It's like all these different families, and they all have vampire companions. And she's basically like, come here and we can like help you find your sister and whatever, you know, we can, you know, because her family's house doesn't have an heir because her parents are dead, and it's a whole thing with that. And she knows that the vampire that supposedly took her sister is there, so she decides to go there and infiltrate and do whatever. And listen, I was into it. I was fully into it. Like, and then I remember getting like over halfway through and just getting a little bit bored. Not much was happening. And then I got 60% of the way through this. But I'll be honest with you, after a while, the novelty just wore off. And I was like, I'm getting really bored now. And not even the vampire concept is going to save this for me, because it just felt like it was dragging a lot in the middle there. And I was like, I don't even care that much anymore. Like, I got to a point where I just didn't care anymore. So I had to DNF it, I'm afraid. So that was that. And anyway, so the next book I want to talk to you about, I actually gave 5 stars to, and that was Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Emily Wen Zhao, my queen. Love her. We love Emily Wen Zhao in this house. This was actually the Introverted Reader Book Club pick for the month of April. I have an entire review for this book on my channel if you want to go and watch it and get my full thoughts, feelings, opinions. But this was everything that I wanted Immortal by Su Lin Tan to be, but Immortal was not. Do you know what I mean? Like, this was everything that I wanted Immortal to be. Do you know what I'm saying? And the little dedication at the front of this spoke to my soul. It's just one sentence, but it spoke to my soul. And it said, "This one's for the C-drama girlies." And I'm like, that's me. That's me. It's like she knows. Anyway, go watch my full review on this and listen to me gush about 5-10 minutes about how much I love this book. I gave this book 5 stars. Amazing. Wonderful. We love Emily Wen Zhao in this house. And then the next one that I read was this, Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, the comic. This is volume 7. And look at them. Just look at them for a second. Look at Wei Wuxian just looking at his husband. And they're both wearing red. Now, granted, they're doing archery there. That's what they wear when they're in archery. But still, I just... Anyway, so this is volume 7 of the comics. It's been a while since I've entered into this world, just because I was just waiting for the next couple volumes to come out. But I have this one, and I've got volumes 8 and 9. So I'm ready to dive back in. And y'all know, whatever version of this story I can get, I will get. Do you know what I'm saying? And I hear that, like, beautiful hardcover editions of the novel are going to be coming out this year. And you know I'm going to get those. You know I'm going to get those. Okay? But listen, I love this. I gave this 5 stars. This is probably my favorite of all the volumes of the comic I've read so far. Like, we're really getting into the story now, and things were coming back to me. I was like, yes, 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 yes. But anyway, so that was that. And then, no, I didn't read this after. I read another book on my Kindle after that, because I wanted a break from all the fantasy. I read Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Listen, when I tell you, this, don't even get me started. Again, I have an entire video about this book on my channel that was originally going to be about Immortal Dark, but seeing as we DNF that, I did for Abby Jimenez instead. She just swooped in and saved the day. That's just, and yeah, go and watch that video if you want to hear me gush about how much I adore and love Abby Jimenez and this book and all of her books, really. My only thing is that, Abby, the next time, your next book that comes out, can we maybe, as much as I love and adore her books, don't get me wrong, but like, can we maybe have where the two people aren't like super far away from each other, and one of them has, like, why do they have to live on opposite ends of the country? Like, can we just, or like, so far away from each other? Like, oh no, you're too far away from me. I could never. Like, do you think that maybe your next book could have them be like living next door to each other or something? Or they at least let them live in the same city. Do you know what I mean? Like, can we, please, Abby, please, thank you. Anyway, go watch that video if you want to hear me talk about that. But anyway, the next one that I read in its completion was The Consumption of Magic by T.J. Klune. This is the 3rd book in the Tales from Verenia series. Y'all know this is one of my favorite series of all time. And I originally read it on my Kindle during lockdown, and then I got the physical copies because I wanted to reread the story because I love it so much. But yeah, I read it and I loved it and I adored it. It's basically a story about this boy, Sam of Wilds, and just his adventures, really. He is the wizard's apprentice. His mentor is Wizard to the King, and he is his apprentice, and he's just learning the ways and such. And the story just sort of progresses, and like him developing in his powers and developing in himself, and I love it so much. And like, one thing I love about the series overall is, you know, one thing TJ Klune does really well in all his books, not just this series, is the whole found family. Like, yes, Sam has his parents who he loves and who support him through everything, but the whole found family aspect of this series is really what gets me, and with all of TJ Klune's books as well. So yeah, love it, 5 stars. And then the very last book that I completed in the month of April, I just finished this during the week. Didn't plan to, but I did. And that was A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book 5 within the From Blood and Ash series. And I was all prepared. I finished this, and honestly, I genuinely love this book. I had a great time. I give it 5 stars. I don't care what anybody says. I love this. I thought it was great. It took a bit of a this one is a little bit different than the others. This one takes a different angle than the rest of the series. And some people don't like it, but that's fine. But I did. I thought it was great. Anyway, so I finished this, and I was all excited because I was like, yes, and the final book is going to be coming out in June. I've caught up. I'm all prepared. Only for Mother Jennifer to come up on Instagram and be all like, oh, actually book 6 isn't going to be the last book in this series. There's going to be a 7th one coming out in spring next year. So she's pushed back the release of book 6 to September instead of June, which, okay, thanks, Jennifer, thank you. Which is fine. It's totally fine. You know, not that I hadn't prepared everything for this moment. It's fine, it's whatever. Not that I did my homework and I prepared, but whatever. It's fine. I've got the Flesh and Fire series. You know, I've got Shadow in the Ember up there. Whether or not I read it in May is a whole other question. But, you know, it's fine. I can live without Kaz for a couple more months. No, I can't. Anyway, but yeah, back to this. I love this. I thought it was great. I had a great time. And I'm very excited to see what she does. With the final 2. Because it's going to be a 7-book series instead of 6. But yeah. Anyway. So, this was the damage done in the month of April, and I'm really quite happy with myself. I mean, 7 books, pat on the back for me. I mean, 7 books tends to be the norm that we do around here. But anyway, I'll let yous go. I've talked your ear off enough. I'm actually doing a Star Wars marathon at the moment because May the 4th is tomorrow. Anyway, so I love yous and leave yous. All my socials are down below as always. My Instagram, my Blue Sky, and my TikTok. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you rung the bell and leave a like, leave a comment so the algorithm knows you like me. If you don't feel like writing anything, just leave like a wee heart emoji or something. Leave your favorite emoji in the comments. Just, you know, if you don't want to say any words. But anyway, I love yous and I'll see yous later. Bye.